Kia ora, tēnā koutou, hello, and welcome back to Feed the Beast with Birdtross. It's good to see you again. Anyway, just a very quick update. I've moved this stone pipe up to the top like I said that I wanted to, so that I could see the pipes moving through, and I'm actually pleased with the end result, being able to see those moving through. Down here, nothing's changed, basically just been putting my cobble into the transmutation table, making some gold, doing some tree chopping, turning that into charcoal as well, and we actually ran out of energy in the bat box here. Oh, actually, let's like just go to sleep. I was just like, it's turning nighttime. No, bad for recording, but don't worry, we have the bed. And I've also got this chest over here. I'm dumping some of my other stuff here, just some excess wood and saplings and obsidian and iron and pretty much everything that I might use at some point, but I'm not using at the moment. Actually, there's one thing that's not in there, and that's the squeezer. Thank you guys in the comment section of the last episode for telling me that turning in the squeezer is the best thing to do at this point. The squeezer being turned in is more important than what the squeezer can actually do for us, and I've made a second squeezer so we don't have to worry about sort of not having one. We've got two now, so we'll turn one of these in and see what we get out of it. I'm not sure what to expect really. What I'm hoping for is some clay, because that means we'll be able to get going with the complicated RedPower mechanisms. So let's get that in there, thank you. And this thing is actually quite fast in how it sort of all detects this stuff. I think this is using RedPower to itself. Some mag tubes is what they're called, where they're better than pneumatic tubes because they go a lot faster than your standard pneumatic tubes, but mag tubes are very complicated and we don't really have the resources at the moment to get pneumatic tubes, and we probably won't cover pneumatic mag tubes in this Let's Play. Clay and Nicolite! Perfect! These are exactly what we need to get going. So yes, as I said, clay is what we need to get going with RedPower 2. Nicolite is kind of the equivalent of electricity in the real world for RedPower 2. Alright, so how are we going to do this? First of all, teach them both to the transmutation table. How could I forget? 128 for Nicolite. Oh yes, and I had a brainwave about oh okay, it's matter. Lag attack. But anyway, yeah, I had a theory about why this transmutation table might be the way it is and how it's all laggy and stuff, and that might be that it's due to one of the mods that we've got at the moment, the convenient inventory mod or whatever it's called, which gives you a bunch of extra controls over your inventory. So for example, if I come over here and I press the middle mouse button, I can organize or deorganize things. Check that out, that's pretty cool, right? Okay. Yeah, what we want to do now is take as much of this as we can using what I was doing before was just kind of shift clicking every stack, but what you can do is hold shift and control and then click, and you take as much as you possibly can, which is pretty awesome. Unfortunately, the same trick doesn't work for this, so we've got to burn all this up. Now what am I trying to do? I'm trying to make more clay, of course. I want to make some bricks, so okay, we're gonna need a lot, basically. I'll be right back. Well, that's given us a stack of clay. Wow, that's probably more than enough for now. Just want to pretty much get rid of the rest of this junk here as well. And yeah, get some iron. How much of that can we get? 3. It's always a balancing act, just trying to empty the transmutation table. And I haven't said on camera before, I don't think. But just in case I haven't, the reason that I just try and get that down to 0 is that there used to be a bug with equivalent exchange through where if you left EMC values inside your table, it would crash. So it's just kind of it's good practice, I think, just to even out your transmutation table once you're finished using it. But anyway, in other news, I've just remembered that I've got 16 gold ingots here. I've been waiting for a while to for enough cobble for this, but yes. What we're going to be doing now is actually taking some of this obsidian that I've got stored around, and I can hold control and then use my mouse wheel to pick out 4 without having to pick it all up and then right clicking. That's pretty awesome, isn't it? But yeah, we need to turn this into... We don't even need the table for this. We can just use our Philosopher's Stone, which shouldn't be in this chest. Bring that here. And get us 4 diamonds. Now we're going to be we're probably going to generate a bit of lag for a few seconds here, so bear with me. Unless I could try picking up all the cobble. Yeah, I should be able to try that. Boop. Right. Gotta be fast, because that's just going to spew onto the ground. What we've got to do is stick this in the middle, our alchemical chest. Our diamonds. And our obsidian will give us an energy condenser. Now, this is going to be very useful from now on, basically. All this cobble is going to land in here. And we are going to tell it to turn into something useful, such as my iron. Where would that be? Right here. So yes, as you can see, it's got a similar inventory size to the alchemical chest, as you would expect. But there are a few extra features, like this gauge up here, this focus block, and a number. But if I go ahead and drop a piece of iron in there, you can see that the cobblestone is kind of being sucked up by the chest itself, and this number is going up, and this is going up as well. This is kind of a little progress bar telling you how close we are to generating enough EMC to generate an iron block. So we don't have to use the transmutation table over there anymore. We can just it just falls in here and generates iron for us, which is less laggy. So yeah, this number here indicates how much EMC is currently stored in the chest, if you didn't figure that out already. And look at that, we've already got an iron ingot. Sweet. So let's go ahead and store the rest of this in there. So what kind of iron can we get out of that? Alright, we've got almost 13 iron blocks out of that. Iron ingots out of that, and that is a lot. And we can just let that run, and that's just gonna be iron for us. Awesome. Anyway, what I want to do now is use some of our clay here. I just want to check how to use this stuff. Okay, you've got to use the furnace. How much energy have we got in the back box? Okay, 15,000. That should be enough. Now, I just want to make sure. What I'm trying to do is to create an alloy furnace. The alloy furnace is what we need to generate. To make all the complex things, such as the red alloy wire ingots, red alloy, blue alloy ingots, and not that. I just want to check this. Okay, so we need 4 times 8. 4 times 8. Where are the calculators? I can't do it in my head. 4. It's like, it's a lot. I don't think it's a stack though, but we'll just throw the stack in there. And it looks like I'm going to have to come back. So yeah, see you in a short while. A lot of cuts today. Alright. Yes, I heard you shouting through the screen now. We don't need this much clay. Alright. But yeah, so I was kind of hoping to be able to make all the bricks that way. And yes, you definitely could do it like that. Or... Thank you for shouting at your screens. I heard you somehow. We can do that. Because this is a vanilla block, it has an EMC value, and we can teach it to the table and then just clone it 7 more times. Don't you just love equivalent exchange? Right, so speaking of that, just a bit of small news again. I'm turning into a news show, deal with it. But yeah, that video is the popularity has pretty much skyrocketed. It was already a lot more popular in the first day that it came out, with just like a few hundred views. You know, my average is around, around 40, to be honest. So 40 views on a video, and that one had like hundreds. But now, if you go and take a look at it, it's got like over 4,000. I mean, wow, that's like going up by like almost 2,000 a day now, because I believe at the start of yesterday it was around 2,500. So that is a lot of views in a short amount of time, and that is very impressive. Just want to thank everyone who has seen that video and sort of gone, "Oh my god, you're amazing, man!" Yeah, I know one dude in particular was just like, wow, you're the first New Zealander that's cool that I've seen. I am so subscribing to you. And I'm just like, awesome. Welcome. Thank you. Although I did say that, but I'm saying that now. Yeah. I think that's what we call a breakthrough in terms of discovery, I think, on YouTube. It's because, you know, it's like, it's very easy to say, how am I going to explain this? Like, you know, how do you think Captain Sparkles and the Yogscast got famous on YouTube? Like, what did they do to become famous? I mean, they made videos that people wanted to see is the answer. Like, Captain Sparkles started off in the beginning as a, come on, what's the word? Mod spotlight person, and he was pretty much just doing any and every mod spotlight that he could possibly find, I guess. And then not Captain Sparkles, the Yogscast, they sort of made that Shadow of Israfel series, and they haven't made an episode of that in a very long time. And I don't think they've recorded any Shadow of Israfel in at least a year. But yeah, it was just something that was unusual and new, and people were very interested in it, or I think people like Captain Sparkles' voice as well, or something. I know one person, a friend of mine, they absolutely hate his voice. But yeah. Alright, so yeah, we've got our alloy furnace. Now where am I gonna stick this? I've kind of got the cobblestone gen over there, because this is kind of the IC2 area. There's wood, so I guess we're probably just gonna have to branch out here a little bit. Alright. I need the one time I look in here I expect to see cobble, and there's no cobble. Alright. I just need some cobble. I've got too many bricks now as well, so we can throw those away. Ah. Yes, this is one of the problems with something like this, is that you have to kind of slowly work your way down the line to get to the really cheap stuff, like I'm doing here. This should be pretty cheap, yeah. So we're kind of splitting it in half at the moment. Stone, it'll do. Alright. How many ingots did I put in? Like 3, I think. That's too many. Give me it back. And also as well, on my channel, yesterday for me, I uploaded the first part of Let's Play Freelancer. And I was sort of saying, you know, if you want to see the video, if you want to see the full Let's Play of it, you know, you've got to support the video and stuff like that. And yeah, so far it's had a positive reception. All of the people that have watched it so far have sort of gone, yeah, that's cool. I'd be interested in seeing more of it. And I think there's a lot of nostalgia as well. The people who have been talking about it in the comments have memories of the game when they played it. And something that I didn't really realize at the time when I was making the video is that it is 10 years old now. It's 10 years old, and people still play it and remember it. And you've got to think why. Why is it that someone should remember one game over another game? I think it's very difficult to explain, but yeah, just think about that. Why do you enjoy that game? Anyway, we have an alloy furnace now, which is pretty sweet. Let's take a look at the inventory. Oh my goodness, it's like a crafting square. You're right, it's a crafting square. But yeah, I think what we want to do, first of all, is, well, now that I've got it, what exactly do I want to do with it? Well, we can try for a dark room first of all. That's a good goal. Okay. Yeah, pneumatic tube is what I was talking about. Yeah, we can use this to make pneumatic tube. And you need brass, and you make brass in an alloy furnace using tin and copper. And it doesn't have an EMC value, notice that, so we're going to have to manually make it each time. Okay. So it just uses copper and tin, and it uses all the variants from not equivalent exchange. It uses the ones from its in-house RedPower 2. It uses them from Industrial Craft 2. It uses them from Forestry, so that's what all those recipes are for. Alright, well, let me get some copper and tin, and we'll barrel... be right back. Because we can actually, yeah, I think probably, how about, this is just going to be a very quick episode, I think. I've been waiting for a significant amount of time just to get enough EMC for this thing, so I think, I'm running out of time here, so I think by the end of the episode we'll have a new, faster, more efficient, space-efficient system over here, which would be kind of cool. We can, hint, we can get rid of pretty much the entire buildcraft aspect here. Right, see you in a bit. You know, scratch that. I think a good way to end the episode would be to do the thing with the cobblestone generator and see if we can get ourselves a solar panel. That'll be a complicated process, I think. A silver ingot. How do I get a silver ingot? Silver dust. Yeah, that's I can understand that. Nuggets, of course. So where do I get silver dust from? A mess. Okay. So it looks like we can't make silver at this point. Maybe we can use EE, perhaps. But anyway, so how it works is that over here we've got our fuel center, which is pretty obvious, with the flame and everything. Then what you do is you just stick your materials in. I've just got a selection of materials here. I hope that's how you do it. We should be able to make at least 2, I think, with what we've got here. 2 brass ingots, which is perfect. Oh, you get 4 each time. Well, that's even better. Excellent. So the brass ingots can be used to make the pneumatic tubes. The pneumatic tubes are kind of the equivalent of Buildcraft pipes, except they're for RedPower 2. And they're a lot more powerful and intelligent than Buildcraft pipes. So what happens with Buildcraft pipes is, say this, by some strange circumstance, this energy condenser was full. What would happen is that the cobblestone coming out of here, and these Buildcraft pipes will just kind of jump out of the tube and fall onto the floor and create lag, and you'd have to pick them up. But what pneumatic tubes do is that they're intelligent because they can tell if the inventory that they're going to is full or not. So basically what happens is that they jam inside the block breaker. The cobblestone would jam inside the block breaker, yeah. That's what we're going to try and do. Well, we're not going to try and jam the block breakers, but what we are going to try and do is not get stuck in the water current. Yeah, we want to take out the chest, the wooden pipe, the engine, and the cobble and all that, and then replace it all with pneumatic tubing. Well, this is going to be pretty hard, I think. What I want to do is turn the engines off, I think, to reduce the reduce lag a bit. So let's just jump up here a bit. Come on. All right. Turn that off. There, now it's now we can safely get rid of the redstone engines and the wooden pipes as well, I believe. Yeah. Just give me all of these. I knew that when I was doing this was going to be a short-term solution until I got clay. And to be honest, just a little interesting fact, RedPower 2 is one of my favorite mods just because it's kind of on my alley, basically, because if you think about it, like with Buildcraft, how they have the quarries, you know, think about the quarry. It's like it's worth around, you use around 8 diamonds to make a quarry, I believe, to make the diamond gears, and basically what I'm getting at here is that it's a magic block. Like, you place it down, and then suddenly you can have this massive area mined out. And yeah, it basically just does it by magic. Like, there's no sort of involvement there. And what RedPower 2, what I like about it is that it gives you the very basic components for building your own complex devices, such as a RedPower 2 frame quarry, which is a very complicated device. But once you do get it going, it's actually very satisfying to see such a device going. Eloraam has a video, actually, of showing a frame quarry that she'd made, and it's very impressive. You guys should definitely check it out if you haven't already. I'll post a link on screen right now, and you can also check the description if you're on a mobile device, because I've had a look at my statistics and I can tell that a lot of people Watch on mobile devices. Hello, mobile device users. We can actually, no, get rid of these because we can actually make it even more compact. And the reason I didn't want to do that is because it's going to generate lag. Because I'm going to have to destroy the chests. We can connect our pneumatic tubes directly to the block breakers. And we could actually, yeah, we could go one step further. We could actually, hold on, let me just get rid of all these pneumatic tubes. I'm just playing around with things here, but you can see that I know a little bit more about RedPower 2 than any of the other mods, basically because it's my favourite. And I remember back in the Buildcraft series, I was kind of reluctant to use it, I think, because I didn't really know what it could do and what it was all about. But once I did learn a bit about it, the block breaker and so on, and just how powerful it was, and creating cobblestone generators and such. Yeah, I definitely became a fan, basically. Right, now what I'm trying to do is reduce as much lag as possible. What am I doing? Okay, I've got to be quick here. I've got to be quick. What I want to do is turn a lot of these tubes into redstone tubes. This is a variant of the pneumatic tube. Here it is here. And it doesn't stack with pneumatic tubes or anything. And how these work is that they're exactly the same, except they have an additional function. They can carry a redstone current. So I can place this down here, here, and I can put these here, and yes, they carry a redstone current, and they're connected to the block breakers. Are you putting 2 and 2 together yet? We can create... We don't need 4 timers anymore, we're only going to need 1 timer. And we just need to connect that timer to our redstone tubes. How awesome is that? Just need to place them all down first, and not die in the lava. I'm surprised that I haven't burned in the lava yet, I'll be honest. And also as well, they intelligently make their way to the nearest convenient inventory, such as an energy condenser. There we go, so now they've stopped being jammed. And now what we need to do is create some jacketed wire. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. See, look at this. This is the exact same system. The cobble's being injected into the pipes and it's going down to the thing. But there's no need for redstone engines. There's no need for wooden pipes or anything. It's all what we're looking at now is almost exclusively RedPower 2. All that's the only thing that here that isn't RedPower 2 is vanilla cobble gen. As I've already said, provided by SethBling. But yeah, what we need to do now is, I said, create jacketed wire. If I can remember how. I know that it uses the alloy furnace. Now we'll go with cobblestone for now. Ah. Ooh. We'll need 2 diamonds. I don't think we have enough for diamonds. Put that in there. See? Sweet. I don't think it auto-stacks though, which is a bit of a shame with this thing like it was with Buildcraft. So it's a little less laggy, but as you can see, the items travel a lot quicker. I believe the lore, L-O-R-E, with these things is that they operate under pressure, which is why pneumatic is used, and it's a tube. And that's supposed to somehow help it get it to the least pressurized location. Anyway, what we need now, I wanted to try making a solar panel, but I think that's going to be quite an involved process. We'll give it a go though. So let's see. So a RedPower 2 solar panel. This generates bluetricity. And we'll talk more about that once I actually get a solar panel, but that's all you need to know for now. We need these blue doped wafers and a blue alloy ingot. Silver now. Ah, that's right. Just before I was just like, well, how am I going to get silver? It might be a reward from more beastliness. So I might have to skip the might have to skip the solar panel. But yeah, in order to make the covers, we're going to need... We could try making... No. I got it. Brainwave. Let's... Hold on. wood. Can I... Yeah, okay, let's, because there's different kinds of hand saws in the game. These are what we need to create these micro blocks that we're looking at right here. Again, this is all RedPower 2, and I'm just thinking... Now, hold on. That's not right. Recipe. Okay. Uses. There we go. So, yeah, okay, we can repair it. I just want to see if I can use it with wood. And it looks like we can. Okay, yeah, okay. We're on the ball. We can finish this system up. What we need is... We need wood. And we need sticks. I think the sticks are there. Yeah, the sticks right there. I caught them just on the millisecond that I closed it. Okay, we also need just a few iron. Control, click, click, click. 4 of them. Sweet. I know what I'm doing. I'm getting better at this. 3 along the top. 4 like this. Now the hand saw is... Yeah, as I said, what you need to make microblocks. It's all very complicated. I'm kind of giving you like every RedPower 2 tutorial in the space of 30 minutes. Good luck. Okay, but yeah, what we're going to... Let's just blitz right through it. How it works is that you stick your handsaw in here with this, and we generate 2 wooden plank slabs. Now these, so it uses durability on the handsaw as well, and these are micro blocks. Pure and simple. And you can use, one wooden plank will create 8 of these covers, and these covers are what we need to create the jacketed wire that we're after. We're going to need, it looks like we're going to need at least 2. We're also going to need some alloy wire, so it's a bit of an involved process, but once we get there it should be pretty sweet. So, what was the recipe for the red alloy ingot? I know you need the alloy furnace. Iron, redstone, I can do that. Something that I can actually make. How are we doing? Okay, yeah, we've got that. We also need some iron. So if you haven't seen before RedPower 2 and you're just going, what is going on? Don't worry. It'll all make sense one day. Okay, but what we're trying to do here is to create some, I guess, for those who haven't played with RedPower before, the closest thing I can think of would be super redstone is the way to put it. That's what I'm trying to do with the red alloy to create red alloy. It's so tricky to explain. I'll just go on at my own pace and try it the best commentary I possibly can. It's all very complicated, I think. Okay, so that's not going to generate. We don't need all that. We're going to need at least 4 of these, but what we can do first of all is just open up our portable crafting table. Thank you, Bahama. Stick that in there like that, and that will give us 4 wooden plank jacketed wire. And so this is kind of like redstone that can just... It's like a redstone wire that can just be suspended in midair. Like, it doesn't need any support at all. So you do that, and it doesn't quite connect to the ground, and we want it to connect to the ground. So we're going to need some red alloy wire, which we've got here. Thank you. Use our portable crafting thing again. Take 3 of these, put them in a line, and you get yourself 12 red alloy wire. So it's 1 per 1 in terms of redstone. Stick that down like that, and we can do that. And this is just like redstone, except it's looks cool. Alright, we're almost there now. We've got levers. We'll just stick one of those levers down there. Now what we can do is take out these timers, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to break them with my fist. Yes, cool. So I can actually almost take that out as well, but I think we were almost near the end of the episode here. So we just take these 4 timers out. We don't need them anymore because we only need 1. Because remember, these redstone tubes are able to carry a redstone signal, and that redstone signal can interact with the block breakers And that redstone signal travels through here and through here. So we just need one timer to power them all simultaneously. Look at that! Oh. Yeah, we just want to edit this down to 1.5 seconds again. And there we go. Thank you very much for watching Feed the Beast with Birdtross this time. I actually did something that was pretty amazing. That's much better now. Look at that. You remember at the start of the episode that was like massive, and now look at this. It's much more streamlined. We could actually streamline it even more by putting the timer closer, but I just wanted to give a visual representation that this is blinking on and off. Alright guys, so tune in next time for more RedPower 2 crazy stuff and introductory and lots of trees and yeah, see you now. Oh, this is so cool. Awesome.